Hello everyone, this is Sia Vijit Misra and welcome to this new video. In this video, I am going to discuss about the two strategies that is basically used for trading and investing of Nifty base. This first question, it may come to your mind, why Nifty base? If you see my screen, I have just shown one of the Nifty index. So if I do one thing, I'll just change this period from 1 day to 1 month. You can clearly see the Nifty index. If you see the Nifty index I have taken from 1991 to 2022, it is sharply, there is an increasing trend. The Nifty index which was trading in 2003 at 1000, the same is trading at around like 18,000. You can say like 20 times. Basically, if I'm assuming it is 20,000, you can see basically 10 times return it has given. That means what is happening actually, as the Indian economy is going, the top 50 companies in the Indian economy, they are also growing. And as the Nifty based on the Nifty index fund basically replicate the performance of the Nifty, so due to that, what happened actually, always we see a increasing trend in a long term. So long term means it may be for 2 years, 5 years, 6 years, but it should not be short term. Because there are many periods like where in short term the index has given like negative return. But if you see in a long term, you can clearly see the index is basically creating a higher high and higher low. So due to that, what happened actually, I always recommend like investment or trading in the Nifty base, because this is purely, it is very less risky. And if you are a job holder or you are in the job or you have a business, in such a case what you can do actually, you can like invest your money in Nifty base and you can grow that money. So at what percentage? Matlab, if you can invest your money, aram se you can generate 12 to 15%. And if you want to trade, definitely you can generate more than that. Basically, you can say in the range of 20% you can trade. So remember one thing, in Nifty, whenever you are investing, you have to ask, in the Nifty, in the Nifty index fund, what is the assumption? The assumption is basically in the long run, Nifty is going to grow. Okay, if that is the case, one concept or one fundamental principle you have to follow always, that is basically, in case of Nifty base, wherever the Nifty base is trading at around a discounted price, in such a case, you have to accumulate as much as possible. Okay. Again, I'm repeating, as the Nifty is basically in an uptrend, always it is an uptrend in the long term. The assumption is basically to create a huge amount of wealth. What you have to do? You have to accumulate Nifty index fund, the unit of Nifty index fund, as much as possible when the Nifty is trading at its all-time low. So that means if we can found, or if there is a strategy we can found like whether the Nifty is what I can say, whether the Nifty is trading at a very discounted price, then in such a case we can just create a huge amount of return or huge amount of wealth, and the return may be like in a year it may be exceed more than 20%. And remember one thing, this is a very secure instrument. By investing your money in this secure instrument, if you are generating 20% return, it is quite good. And you can also invest 10 lakhs, 50 lakhs, 1 crore also. Okay, so for this, let me do one thing. Let me just select the Nifty index fund. So that is basically my all-time favorite, that is the Nifty bees. Okay, so that is basically Nippon India Nifty bees. So let's select this particular fund. Yeah, so let me do one thing. I have taken the monthly chart. Let me just convert it into 1 day chart. Okay, so right now, so right now you can see the Nifty index fund is basically trading at around 192. And in my previous video also, I have many times like explained how the Nifty index fund is basically traded. So it is basically Nifty, at what price Nifty is basically trading divided by 100. I think 90,000 divided by 100, that is basically coming as 192. So remember one thing, there is a slight, what I can say, like mismatch happen. You may ask the question to me, Vijit, Nifty is not trading at around 19,200. How your fund is trading at around 19,200? There may be like little lag normally happen because it is an index fund. It replicates the return of like what is an Nifty index, but still it's a what I can say, the most appropriate tracking basically happen in case of Nifty base. Okay, that is the first point. So let's understand the strategy what I am going to tell. So the strategy is basically, the plan is basically we will accumulate the Nifty index whenever the Nifty index is trading at a very lower price. Okay, for that what we have to do, the first thing what you have to do, in the first strategy what you have to do, basically convert this 1 day. First of all, you have to select the Nifty index fund. Then have to convert this 1 day chart into 1 month chart. Okay, just convert it to 1 month chart. Okay, then after what you have to do, so take example, you want to invest. The plan, you have to plan actually every month or every year how much you have to invest. Take the example, I am going to invest 1,20,000 every month. Okay, so when I will, that means every month how much I am going to invest? Every month I am going to invest around 10,000. Okay, so take the example, my year is starting take the example, my year is starting in 2021. Sorry, just a minute. Okay, so my financial year is basically starting, sorry, not financial year, the accounting year is basically starting in the month January. So you can see in January I'll just not do anything. In the February you can see a red candle has been like created, or remember one thing, when we will put our money, when we will invest our money, whenever there is a red candle, like which is basically subsequent to a green candle, or whenever the monthly candle is basically red, at that time we will invest our money, or at that time we will put our money. Take the example on 31st March. So what happened actually on 31st March, you were seeing there is a red candle, and in 1st April, or at the end of the month, you can say the red candle is also there. So at what price I'm getting the like Nifty Biz, I'm getting it around like 181. So what I'll do basically, I will invest my money, the first installment of money I'll put in this particular area. Okay, so whenever the Nifty like 1 month candle is basically creating a red candle, in such a case I will put my money. Next month what happened actually, next month also a green candle is created. What I'll do, I'll not invest a single amount of money in this particular month. After this month, what happened actually, in the month of April, again a red candle is basically created as on 30th April, whatever the price it is available. So what I'll do actually, I'll just put certain amount of money in this particular region. Okay, next month also in May, what happened actually, again the red candle is basically created. So what I'll do actually, I'll just put again some amount of money in the month of May. In June also you are seeing a red candle is basically created. What I'll do actually, I'll also invest certain amount of money in this particular, like what I can say, month. So what you are seeing actually, what are the average price I am like accumulating here in the month of February. I am getting the Nifty B's around like 181. Here I am getting at around 185. Here I am getting at around 179, and here also I am getting at around 171. And if I take the average, so most probably I am getting the money or getting the instrument at around 180, because this is 181 and 185, here 180, and also here it is 170. So if I accumulate everything, so I am getting at around 180. Right now see what happened actually, right now my Nifty is trading at around 192. So that means how much return I am getting a return of around like 12 rupees. So if I divide 12 rupees with 180, then what is the return? So it is roughly around you can say around 7.5 to 8%. So remember one thing, what is happening actually, you have started in the January, and this is basically in the month of September. It's a 9-month period, and within a 9-month period, what is happening, simply by following this strategy, you are generating a return of around like 8 to 9%, which is quite good. And the best part about this instrument is basically it is very secure instrument. Even if like whatever is happening, also Nifty is going to recover, because if you are believing on Indian economy, definitely it will like recover. So remember one thing, this is basically the trading strategy. In case of investing strategy, what I'll do actually, my plan is basically to accumulate as much as possible, to accumulate as much as number of units possible. What are the possibilities there that I'll accumulate? So remember one thing, this is basically the strategy. What strategy we have to follow? So take the one monthly chart, take the monthly chart of the Nifty base or Nippon Indian Nifty base. Wherever you are seeing the monthly chart is basically is a red candle, and in such a case, what you have to do actually, you have to accumulate. So how you will accumulate? This is the SIP model. Take the example, in January month I am not getting any entry, in the February month I am getting the entry. So 20,000 rupees I will be putting here. Otherwise I can divide this two things are there. Basically every month you accumulate. There is in January you are not getting the opportunity, in the February you are getting the opportunity. In such a case, January and February, whatever you want to contribute, that ended money can be contributed here. But if you don't want to follow that strategy, what you can do actually, again the amount of money to be invested divided by the number of balance month. Take the example, now I have 11 months of balance. So 1,20,000 divided by 11 month, how much the amount is coming, that basically put in the month of February. And in the May, April also, like that you have to follow. So what is the strategy? Take the take the monthly chart of the Nifty base. Wherever there is a red candle, put your money in that red candle. So by doing that on, what will happen actually, a huge amount of money or huge amount of return you can generate. Okay, sorry. So this is the first strategy happen. Okay, let's understand about the next strategy. Okay. So the next strategy is basically what happen actually, Nifty base chart you have to take. Okay. Monthly chart, if you are taken, you can take the monthly chart. So remember one thing, in the next strategy, what will happen actually, the trading opportunity what you will be getting, it is very less. Well, a few number of like trading opportunity you will get. But remember one thing, you can create a huge amount of wealth. So let's understand. So here basically take the example, monthly chart you have to take, and in the indicator just put I'm so sorry, just a minute. Yeah, so just put the exponential moving average. Okay, EMA. moving average exponential. Just put this particular, what I can say, indicator. Okay, so once you're putting, so remember one thing, what basically we have to follow. So in a year, basically, as I have taken a what I can say, monthly chart. So what happened actually, we have around 54 months. So I'll be doing one thing, the exponential moving average, whatever I'm putting, that I'll put for a 54 period. Okay, this I'll put basically 54 period. So what policy I'm going to follow, or you can do one thing, it is very, in this case what happens, you will get very less like opportunity. So to avoid that one, what we can do actually, we can take the number of period is basically half of this like period, that is basically around, you can say, 27. Okay, so 27 basically, what I'm doing actually, I have taken the monthly chart and the exponential moving average, what I'm putting, that is basically for half year. How half year? Like entire month. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Just a minute. So it take for the 12 months. I'm so sorry. Yeah, correct. So what you have to actually, you have to take the monthly chart of the Nifty base, and you have to, what indicator you have to put? Indicator is basically exponential moving average for how many period? But 12 period. Why 12 period? You want to see the exponential moving average for the entire year. So due to that, so wherever you are getting the opportunity where the stock is basically, or the index is basically trading below the exponential moving average, in such a case you have to start accumulating. Example, in my scenario, what is happening? So this is the period you can see, like where I'm getting a lot of where my like candles are basically below the exponential moving average. This is the particular period I have to start accumulating. Okay, the next option basically, what happened actually, take the example here again, I got opportunity. So what I'll do actually, I'll just try to accumulate as much as possible. So take the example, what happened previously, if you say, so again, like in some time in 2000 what I can say, 13-14, I got that opportunity. So I'll just accumulate certain amount of like stock here, index fund here. Here also I'll try to accumulate as much as possible. Here also I'll accumulate as much as possible. So this strategy is basically what is happening actually. What you have to do, put your money or invest your money in the bank deposit at like 7%, 8% interest rate. Whenever you are getting the opportunity, like 5 lakh, 10 lakhs you are having, that 5 lakh, 10 lakh you can directly invest in the Nifty base. Remember one thing, whenever you are putting, you have to diversify. You have to put certain amount of money in the Nippon India Nifty base, in certain amount of money in the UTI Nifty base, but you have to invest. So by doing that one, what is happening, actually take the example, you have invested money in this particular region. So what price actually you got? You got the Nifty base as around like 171. Right now at what page it is trading? It is trading at around like 192, which is basically a 10% return. Same manner, take the example, you could have like accumulated in this particular region. So take the example, you have accumulated at 97. What price now it is trading? It is trading at around like 192. So he take the example, somebody has invested like 10 lakh rupees here. How much he will generate right now? 20 lakhs within a span of 2 years. So that is the beauty of this strategy. That is the beauty of the Nifty base. So follow this strategy and create a huge amount of wealth. You can remember one thing, you can use this for the trading purpose, you can use this for the investment purpose, but I myself actually prefer for the investing purpose. I hope you have understood the two strategies, and I hope this will help a lot to create a huge amount of wealth. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day. Bye bye.